All right, welcome on in, everyone. My name is Coach Christian, and this is Coach Heather, and we are bringing you another Coach Care Connect daily virtual workout. Today, we're going to go through a circuit with 5 different exercises. We're going to do a 40-20 today, so 40 seconds of work, 20 seconds of rest. Need a pair of weights today, so if you got a pair of dumbbells, that'll be amazing. We are going to go after the lower body a little bit, so if you have a little bit heavier of a weight, that would be perfect. Other than that, we're going to start with our warm-up just like we always do, and then we'll tell you a little bit more about the circuit as we get into our demos. So Heather's going to take us through our first one. It's going to be an alternating Spider-Man. This one, we're going to start in the high plank, walk 1 foot outside the hand, keeping our hips nice and low, try to keep that back leg nice and long. Alternate sides on this one, knock out 10 total reps for 5 on each side. Good, again, keep the back leg long, keep the hips down. We're trying to stretch out that lower body a little bit in our first movement of our warm-up. Very, very good. Again, we are going to go heavy with the lower body, and then we got a lot of lighter stuff that we're going to knock out today with the upper body. Next one is going to be a quad Superman tuck, opposite arm, opposite leg on this one. Creates a straight line across the lower back. So one straight line from the heel to the hand here, bring the elbows back into the knee, and then extend back out. 5 on one side before we switch to 5 on the other. Again, 10 total reps. Good, good. Then we are done with that one. We can bring it up to our feet for a Cossack squat next. Good, so on this one, we're going to start with the legs nice and wide. We're going to do a little side lunge into one side here. We're going to keep the inside leg straight, and our toes are going to come up towards the sky on this one. So that's the Cossack squat. If the toe can't come up on this one and you just want to focus on kind of that side squat, that is perfectly fine. Let's do that. We want to get you in that full range of motion, though. So try to sink it deep. Try to keep that chest nice and tall for 10 total reps, or 5 on each side. Amazing. As you guys are finishing that one up, our last one is going to be some single leg front to back hops. So we're going to on one foot, little line right in front of our foot, and we're going back and forth for 10 reps on each foot. When you're done with 10 on one side, you can just go right over to the other and hit it over there. Good. Quick transition over to that other side, not wasting any time and getting right into it. All right, so as you guys are finishing up your warm-up, we're going to show you our 5 moves through our circuit today. We are going to go through these 4 different times. First one is going to be an alternating forward lunge. So 2 dumbbells at our sides. Would love if you would go heavy again on this one. Challenge that lower body today, and then we're taking those big steps forward into our lunge. Now, notice how Heather's got 90 degrees in both knees as she comes down. So 90 degree in the front knee, 90 degree in the back knee, and her chest stays nice and tall, right over that center of gravity. Her shoulders don't come forward. She doesn't lean forward. She keeps that chest perfectly upright right there. So alternating sides, you got 40 seconds to get some good work done on that one. Next one, you need no weights. We're going to do an IYT in the bent over position. This one's all about shoulder health. It's going to challenge you a little bit differently. We aren't going to use weights, so it's not going to challenge you like that. It's going to challenge you to be work through your full range of motion on this one. So let's get in that bent over position to start. We're going to have that hinge, so a little bit of bend in the knees, a little bit of tension in the hamstrings. We're going to start out by making an I. So the I is coming straight up with both arms right above the head. So I, and then a Y is a little bit wider, right? The Y is up here, and then the T is going to be right here. So we're coming back to the middle. We're going I's, Y's, and T's. Now, what I want you to focus on this one is that bent over position and tension in the shoulder blades. So every time that you're coming up, I want you to try to keep the shoulders down away from the ears, keep that tension in between your shoulder blades. If you're opening up the chest a little bit, try to pinch those shoulder blades together on the T's and a little bit on the Y's there as well. Perfect. After that, we're going to be in a front squat for our third move. So 2 dumbbells, we're going to take them up to the chest in that front rack position, and we're going to squat it out there for 40 seconds. It's a long time to squat here, so really get deep into that full range of motion. Take some time with each rep. If you need to take a little rest, take it up at the top before you hit your next rep. Amazing. After that, we're going to be in a croc row. It's going to be kind of like a 2-point row. It's going to be a little bit lighter than that. Not going to need quite the weight that you need for a regular 2-point row. Now, on the croc row, you're going to take it back a little bit farther. So as Heather would like to say, the Barbie arm. So you're going to kind of almost lock your elbow in at about a 90-degree angle, a little bit less than that. And then you're going to kind of just drive that whole arm back. So it's more of a back movement here. You can kind of feel the shoulder blades. As you can see, Heather keeps that same bend in the elbow as she pulls that weight back into the hip. Now, usual row, we're kind of rowing to the bottom of the rib cage, top of the hip. The croc row almost comes to the bottom of the hip, almost to the glute on that one as you pull. So Heather's doing a really good job showing us exactly what that should look like right here, and that'll be our 4th movement. Then our last movement of the day is going to be a little bit of a core movement, a little bit of hamstrings, a little bit of everything in the lower body and the clamshells. So we're going to be in a side plank position. Setup is key on this one. You want to be in that side plank on one elbow. You're going to have your hips kind of up and then a 90-degree bend in your knees again. From here, we're going to find our side plank position. We're going to be on the knee, though. We're not all the way up on the toe. And then we're making a clamshell with our top leg here. So you're going to just kind of open up that top leg while you hold that plank. So notice how Heather's hip is not on the ground here. She's slightly lifted the entire time. And then we hit 20 seconds of clamshells on this side, and then we will switch it on the halfway point to go to the other side there as well. So boom, those are our 5 moves today. All right, 40-20. Again, we're going to go through 4 rounds. We are going to take breaks in between our rounds, though. So right after the clamshell, we'll go right back to the top into our alternating forward lunge. You'll still have your 20 seconds in between rounds like we always do, but we're going to keep rolling with this one for our 4 rounds. So let's get ready. Grab some water, get your weights, get ready to go, and we will start in about 25 seconds, team. All right, team, let's get into it here. So first one's going to be our alternating forward lunges. Grab your weights for that. And I'm going to get the timer ready to roll, and let's take off with this one today. About 10 seconds, and we will do it here. Alternating forward lunges to start us. Again, go heavy if you can. Big step forward. Let's go. 3, 2, 1. Here we go. Good. So chest stays tall the entire round. We want to find a good pace for this one. The first round is always a tough one because you don't really know what that 40 seconds feels like yet. Again, this is what the first round's all about. This first time through our 5 exercises kind of sets the tone for our workout today. Halfway through the 40 seconds, we got 20 to go. Good, big step forward, keeping that chest tall, keep those shoulders back. Be intentional with each movement. Focus on the things that you need to focus on to make that movement perfect. Every single rep, trying to get better with each one. Here we go. 3, 2, 1, and done. All right, drop those weights off to the side. We have our bent over I's, Y's, and T's next. So we're just going to keep going through those 3 letters. Find your bent over position, and then it's all shoulders on this one. So 1 I, 1 Y, 1 T. Here we go. 5 seconds. Remember, shoulders down away from the ears. 3, 2, 1. Let's go. There's your I. Good. Open up into your Y, and then into your T. Got 3 letters to go through. Right back up into the I after that. Now, as you're doing this one, try to really focus on that end range of motion. You can even hold it there for a quick second. We're not going to hurry through these reps, so your T shouldn't just be like a flap of the wings. It should be a controlled open, 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 squeeze the shoulder blades together, and then come back to the center. Same thing with the I. You're trying to lengthen out your spine a little bit, straight line from your hands all the way to your hips. Good. 7 seconds. Amazing. In 3, 2, 1, and done. All right, front squats are coming next, so you go back to the weights. Now you got a little bit of that knee drive in the forward lunges. Now we'll get the knee dominant exercise, quad dominant exercise with our front squat. Keep those elbows nice and high, keep the chest proud. Here we go. 40 seconds in 3, 2, 1. Let's go. Remember, weight is in the heels. You want to keep that chest tall. Drive the knees out on this one. Good. You should be able to wiggle the toes at the bottom. I don't want you to do that, but you should be able to. Again, not a very natural thing to do. One thing I like to do on our squats as well is I try to take my feet and I try to spread the floor with my feet. And that doesn't mean take my feet wider, but as I'm squatting, try to pull the floor apart. It's going to turn on some of those internal muscles in the inner legs. That'll help you squat today. Make sure you're moving the right ways. 8 seconds. A couple reps gets you to the end here. Good. In 4, 3, 2, and 1. Rest. All right. 20 seconds down, or 40 seconds down. You got 20 seconds to rest. We got our croc row coming up next, so you will need a dumbbell for this one. Remember, we're going to lock that arm in. The bend doesn't change in the elbow, and then we just kind of take that whole arm back. Here we go. In 3, 2, 1. Let's go. Good. So the Barbie arm is a very good analogy on this one because it kind of looks like you're playing with a Barbie, right? And you kind of move that whole shoulder instead of moving the elbow, so the elbow doesn't move at all. It's all that shoulder movement. Good. We will switch at the halfway point here. In 3, 2, 1. Let's switch. Now what we'll do for the croc row, the first 2 rounds we will switch at the halfway point, and the last 2 rounds are going to be all the same side. Good. You got 8 seconds to go here. Last few reps, getting after it. 3, 2, 1, and done. All right. Finishing up our first round through with our clamshells coming next. Remember, side plank position. Want to bring those knees up a little bit. So you don't want them quite at a 90 degree with the hip, but you want to bring those knees up. Then we're getting into that side plank from the knee, remember? Here we go. 3, 2, 1. Let's do it. Then open it up, close it back up. Good. So that top leg is doing a lot of the work here. Bottom leg is supporting you in that plank position. And then focus on that top. Open it up. Keep the feet together. Spread those knees and then bring them back together. Under control, though. In 3, we're switching. In 2, 1, other side. Other side. Good. Now, on the clamshell, if you're struggling with it, we can always hold that side plank as well. It's going to get some of the same muscle groups in there as well. But always have options ready to go to make sure that you can get through each exercise. Good. In 3, 2, 1, and done. All right. We're going to take a quick little break here. We got about 20 seconds, then we'll get back into our next round of the forward lunges. All right, round number 2. Here we go. Alternating forward lunge. Let's get into it, team. In 3, 2, 1. Let's do it. Good. So you got a little taste of it in the first round there. You got to feel what each 40-second round feels like. Now we get to take it up a notch. For the alternating forward lunges, set that tone, set that pace. Maybe let's try to hold on to that same one for the 4 rounds. Good. Big step forward, getting those bending in the knees. You are halfway there. 20 seconds. Good, good. Keep on working here. Keep driving from that front foot. That front leg is getting a lot of power in this one. So it's got to absorb the force. It's got to stop you, and then it's got to push you back up to that standing position. 3, 2, 1, and done. Take those weights, throw them off to the side, bent over I's, Y's, and T's coming up next. Now, this time, I want you to take a little pause at the top each time. So when you get to the top of your I, 1 second pause. The top of your Y, 1 second pause, okay? Here we go. 5 seconds. 40 seconds of work. 3, 2, 1, let's go. Good, so there's that quick pause at the top. There's your Y, perfect. Open those shoulders up. Making sure everything moves correctly here. So if you're someone that has a shoulder issue and you can feel one of those shoulders maybe locking up a little bit, maybe one doesn't have the range of motion, something like that, just keep working on this one. We obviously don't want you to have any pain. If you have injured your shoulder in the past and your doctors have told you different things about what you should do, definitely do those and maybe take this one off. Well, we want to make sure everyone's got those healthy shoulders and everyone's moving the right way. Good. 5 seconds here. 3, 2, 1, and done. Front squats coming up next. Getting those weights ready to go again. Keep those elbows nice and high in that front rack position. And here we go. So let's take it a little bit slower this time. Try to go a little bit slower on that eccentric part of the motion, so the way down, maybe take a second or two. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. Let's do it. Good. Driving up. Being strong today. Strengthening that lower body with every single rep. Very, very good. With intent, right? Taking your time on the way down, driving up, creating power with that lower body. You're halfway there. Good, good. Remember last round we talked about trying to spread the floor with your feet. That's another great tip that you can keep thinking about. Trying to really spread the ground as you're squatting here. 5 seconds. Good. 3, 2, 1, and done. All right. Croc rows coming up next. Need a little bit of a lighter weight. Remember that Barbie arm row here. So we're going to lock the elbow in. A little bit less than 90 degrees, probably about a 45-degree angle or 135, whatever one you want to. I don't know. All right, here we go. In 3, 2, 1, croc rows. Let's do them. Remember, we will switch again at the halfway point here, and then the next 2 rounds. Those will be our rounds where we go all the way through. Good, so perfected on both sides here. Again, pulling that whole arm back. Good, give me 2 more good ones on this side. 3, 2, 1, switch it up. Amazing. A little bend before we pull here. There it is. Good, so if I were to hold your shoulder in one place, it should be fine as you kind of push that elbow back. 3, 2, 1, and done. All right, croc rows done. Let's finish up our second round with the clamshells. Again, you got 2 sides here we'll knock out, so we'll switch to the halfway point. side plank position. You can always just hold the side plank if that works better for you. But again, we're going to knock out these clamshells today. 5 seconds. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. Let's do it. Perfect. Keeping those feet together, opening up those knees. Stretching. You can kind of feel the stretch a little bit in the groin every time you open up as well. It's not a bad thing. It's always good to keep that groin moving. If you've had a groin injury in the past, you know that they're the worst. 3, 2, 1. Switch it up. I'd put groin injuries and hamstring injuries up there with some of the worst. You don't realize how much you use a hamstring or a groin until you hurt it. But we're going to keep you healthy. We're going to keep you moving the right ways. That's why we do things like this. 5 seconds here. 3, 2, 1, and done. Amazing. 2 rounds down. This is the official halfway point of our workout, and we are going to roll right into that 3rd round with our alternating forward lunges coming at you in about 10 seconds here. So take a deep breath, grab a drink of water if you need, and let's get right back to work, team. Alternating forward lunge. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. Let's do it. Again, big proud chest. Take that big step forward. A great option on this one if you are struggling with that forward lunge is we can take it into a reverse lunge. Same kind of movement here. A little bit different with how we stand up, but it's okay. We'd rather have you keep doing work than try to take some work off. 3, 2, 1. Halfway. We're not switching anything. We're just going to keep rolling. Good, good. As a coach, sometimes we mess up and we just got to roll with it. Switch legs and then you're alternating. So switch every round. Good. 8 seconds though. Keep on finishing here. A couple reps gets you to the end. In 3, 2, 1, and done. 20 seconds. All right. IYT's coming next. We don't have to switch on this one, so I won't give you the countdown to the halfway point. But again, taking it a little slower this time. 2-second pause. 2-second pause up at the top. So when you get to the top of that I, hold it for 2 seconds before you come back down. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. Let's go. Now, this is round 3 of our bent over I's, Y's, and T's. A lot of times when we get to some no weight, body weight kind of exercise, it's like, oh, well, what is this doing for me, right? You're probably starting to feel it in those shoulders a little bit, though. Heather, shoulders feeling it? Oh, yeah. Doesn't take a whole lot with the shoulders, especially if we're in a correct position and we're doing the correct movements. They're a very underutilized joint in our body. It's a very, very strong joint with some very strong muscles around it. And if we take care of it and we do the right things to keep it mobile, they can get real strong, real fast. 3, 2, 1. Done with them. Front squats coming up next. You got 20 seconds to rest. Take a couple of those deep breaths. Front squats, croc rows, clamshells to finish up round 3. 8 seconds here. All right, team. Let's squat it out. Going after it a little bit. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. Let's do it. Now only one more time to squat and to lunge after this round here. So that's going to be our big round. In the 4th round, I want you to go with your heaviest weights of the day if you have them. It's a great round to really try to challenge ourselves today. All right, team. You guys are halfway, though. 20 down, 20 to go. Good. Spreading the ground with the floor. Keep driving up through the heels. Keep that chest tall. The first squats should look very similar to the last. Even when we're fresh, we want to keep that same form when we're tired. 3, 2, 1, and done. All right, 20 seconds. Croc row, like a crocodile. That's what we got next. 10 seconds. Remember, Barbie arm. This round, all one side. So pick a side, and we're going to stay there. 3, 2, 1. Let's go. Now, this one is going to wear you out a little bit, especially once we take out that switch and we stay on the same side. This one's going to burn a little bit towards the end. It's going to start to feel like you don't have a whole lot left to pull with, right? Keep on going. Take a second, shake it out if you need to, and then get back to work when you can. Work when you can, rest when you need. We're halfway. Stay on that same side. Good. Weight in that front leg. Back leg is still nice and long. You guys are looking great. Keep that elbow bend. Keep pulling back to that back hip now. 5 seconds. 3, 2, 1, and done. All right, clamshells to finish up round 3, team. Find that side plank position with a little knee bend. Again, we will switch at the halfway point on this one. 10 seconds. Couple deep breaths. You guys are crushing this so far. Keep on working today. Keep getting closer to where you want to be. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. Let's do it. Good. Open those knees wide, bringing them back together under control. Don't just let that top leg fall down, right? Keep that hip up. Very, very good. You got 5 seconds left on this side. 3, 2, 1, and switch. Other side right away. Now, while you're doing this one, remember which side you did in the croc row. So we need to do the other side coming up. So don't forget about that one. Very good. Otherwise, next time you get into a rowboat, you're going to be going in a lot of circles. 3, 2, 1, and done. 20 seconds. 3 rounds down. We got 1 more to go. 1 more. Alternating forward lunge going to start us off in that 4th round. So let's get ready for it. Last time to hit it today, though. So if you got those heavy weights and you're looking to go after it today, this is a great opportunity too. Not a ton of heavy weights today. So let's do it. 3, 2, 1. Alternating forward lunge. Last round, best round. Let's get it, team. You guys got this. A big forward step. Keep that proud chest throughout the entire movement. And this is where you get to work that tempo, right? Even with that heavy weight, we try to keep going, keep pushing through. We've got about 20 seconds, team. We're halfway through the round. Very good. Good. Keep pushing off that front leg. Again, that one's doing a lot of the work here. 10 seconds. Good. Best reps of the round. Get them here. 3, 2, 1, and done. 20 seconds. All right, last round of bent over eyes, Ys, and Ts. We're going to do it back to that 2-second pause again. So each time, when you get to the top, 2-second pause, hold it, hold it, hold it, then come back down. All right, bent over position, 6 seconds. Finishing up. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. Let's go. So a 2-second pause at the top of each one. I's, Y's, and T's. There we go. Good. Shoulder health will help us with a lot of different ways throughout our everyday life, whether it's picking something up, grabbing something off the top shelf. There's a lot of different things that we use our shoulders for. Even picking something off the ground. A lot of times we think all about the hinge, but you know, it's picking it up. We're pulling with our back. We're using our shoulders a lot in everyday life, team. 5 seconds here. Good. 3, 2, 1, and done. All right. Done with those. We got 3 moves left today. One's going to be our front squat, and we're going to start with that. Again, last time to hit it today. Great opportunity to go heavy if you want it. 10 seconds. Last time using our lower body here as well. So let's get it. 40 seconds of squats. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. Let's do it. Good. Big drive from the bottom through those heels, keeping the chest as tall as you can. There we go. Lead with the chest. The rest of the body will follow. Getting that good depth in there as well. Trying to get that full range of motion to strengthen the knees, strengthen the muscles around the knees. That's why we squat to about parallel. Depending on the person, we always want to adjust that based on who you are. And that's why Anytime Fitness, we make a plan that's ready for you. So if you need a plan, if you need a coach, go into your local Anytime. We got a plan ready. 3, 2, 1. Done with your front squats. We got croc rows coming up next. Got about 15 seconds. Again, we did all one side last round, so we're going the other side this round. All right. Take that deep breath, team. Let's get ready. Lock that elbow in, and let's move it. 3, 2, 1. Here we go. So like I was saying, every member gets a plan. That's because we believe that we can help you get to your goals as fast as possible. We can be that person that pushes you, that holds you accountable. Accountability is an amazing, amazing thing when you do it the right way. Now, accountability doesn't mean you have someone constantly riding you, making sure you're doing the right things. Accountability means you have someone there that looks out for you and make sure you do the right decision, but in a positive manner. They're not going to deter you from doing the wrong things. We're just going to keep encouraging you to do the right things constantly. 5 seconds. Good. 3, 2, 1, and rest. 20 seconds. Clamshells coming up to finish up our workout today. Let's drop it down into that side plank position. 20 seconds on each side. Way to finish those croc rows, by the way. Those are definitely not easy, especially when we get the whole side and for 40 seconds there. But here we go. 3, 2, 1. Croc rows. Let's hit them. Good. Amazing. You guys are crushing this one. You're pros at it by the 4th round, right? Very, very good. About 10 more seconds on this side. Good. Finishing up. I know that side plank position is not easy. 3, 2, 1. Switch it up. But it's not easy, but you took the challenge today. So it's not easy to get to your goal. It's never easy to be consistent, to do the right things, to eat the right foods, to put the right workouts in. It's never easy, but it is worth it. 100% worth it. Ask anyone that does it all the time. 3, 2, 1, and done. Amazing, team. There's our workout for the day. We're going to stretch you guys out really quick, but I want you to take a couple seconds, take a couple deep breaths before we get into it. If you need some water, absolutely do that. Good, good. Now, we're going to start out by just stretching out the shoulders again. We're going to kind of do the wall stretch that we do a lot of the time. First one I want you to do is take one arm across. We're going to open that shoulder blade up, especially after those I's, Y's, and T's. But amazing. Hopefully you guys got some good work done today. Again, if you need a plan, if you have any questions, comments, concerns, walk into your local Anytime Fitness, talk to the coaches there. They have a plan ready for you. Now, taking that same arm, what we want to do is we want to open up the shoulder. So take a wall, anything that you can hold on to, and then just try to open it up. You want to find a good range of motion. We don't want to have any pain on this one, though. Very good. Keep taking some deep breaths. In through the nose, out through the mouth. Calming the central nervous system. It's getting you ready for the rest of your day, no matter how much you have left in your day. Even if it's towards the end of your day, a lot of times the calming of the central nervous system will help you get to sleep. Good. Let's break that one. Let's go other arm across. Taking it. Boom. I love it. I love it. Now, your shoulders might be a little bit sore, especially if you're someone that doesn't do a lot of shoulder mobility. Those I's, Y's, and T's, there was a lot of time under tension there. And yes, it's not the most tension because we weren't using weight, but that's okay. You're still going to be a little bit sore, maybe in those joints even a little bit, so make sure you're drinking a lot of water and eating some of the right foods and getting some sleep in the next couple days. You should be doing that every day, but especially in the next couple days. Going the other way, we're going to open that shoulder up again. Again, no pain, but we want to feel that stretch right through the front of the shoulder, even into the chest here. Amazing. A couple deep breaths. Give me 3 to 4 good deep breaths here. And then we'll switch into the lower body. Very good. Last one more big deep breath. Good. And next one, we are going to hinge at the hip a little bit. But what I want you to do is we're going to cross one foot over the other, and we are going to hinge down towards our feet. So one foot over the other, doesn't matter which one first because we'll do both of them. Hinge down. If you get lightheaded at all, stand back up. We don't want you to pass out or anything like that. Anytime we take our head under our heart, especially after a workout, that's why you never want to lead with the stretch that has your heart or your head under your heart. You always want to do a couple other ones, especially if you're in a high intensity workout. You want to have a couple seconds before you do that. Let's switch sides now, switching those feet around. Very good. Hinging back down. Amazing. Good, good. All right, so if you guys have any other stretches that you want to do, any other tight spots that you want to hit, make sure to go ahead and do that. Or if you have a foam roll and you want to hit that, amazing work there as well. But that is going to be what we have for you all today. Again, my name is Coach Christian. This is Coach Heather, and we thank you so much for coming out and working out with us today. Hopefully you enjoyed this one, and we will see you on the next one.